Morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. It's February 24th, 2025. How are you? Monday. Mondays are for meetings, as you recall. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that's my frequent entreaty to remind you that Mondays are for meetings. And boy, howdy, today is chockablock. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up what chockablock really means because I've always used it as sort of like a stuffed in tight, um, cheek by jowl. Gotta look that one up too. I'll put the descriptions, put the definitions in the description. So today's meditation from the Daily Stoic is from Epictetus, and it Enchiridion number 20, and it talks about the fact that if somebody insults you and it makes you mad, it's because you're making yourself mad. There's nothing they did, it's you. So you can be assured that if you are reacting a certain way, it's because of your reaction is there, and that's what's causing you pain, not the words that somebody else said to you. And that's powerful medicine because it's true. Been having some tough times lately. Nobody has been insulting me. I just want to make that clear to begin with. But I just been feeling like I'm oppressing myself, and that's pretty much what it is. Um, just got a lot on my plate, a lot that I feel like I need to do, and it's not hardly anybody will ever tell you exactly what it is they want you to do, even though I try hard when I ask somebody to do something for me. I try really hard to make it very explicit what it is that I want so that I can give them explicit feedback on whether they've done what I want or not. Maybe Epictetus, what is he, probably 20, I don't know, did he live around the turn of the first millennium, around like 0 AD? I'd have to look that up too. Jeez, I just don't know much. I know that he was a slave and then he was eventually freed and he became an influential philosopher of Stoicism. In the cup today is El Regalito from Aveley Farms. It's very tasty, but you could consider yourself chasing the dragon if you wanted to make it taste as good as the one you had in the coffee store, because they have all the tip top, the very best ingredients, the very best uh, equipment. Everything's optimized to making their coffee taste exactly the way they want it to taste. Whereas I'm here at home, something like a month distant from when the beans were roasted. Theirs are probably mere days. It's all by way of saying I'm trying to forgive myself that it doesn't taste exactly, but it tastes amazing. I, the guy gave me some great advice that's generically useful. It was basically don't measure your coffee with a spoon or a measuring cup, use a digital scale. I happen to have one. So I've been making sure to have, whatever, 70, 71, 72 grams of beans. My coffee percolator is, it's listed as I think it's an 8 cup, which means it's 40 ounces or maybe more or less like a quart. It's a little bit more than a quart of water. So 70 for 4 cups. That's pretty close to 18 grams. And if you're doing a pour over like a Melita, 17, 18 grams will get you right in the pocket. Well, anyway, get back to Epictetus. The insults that come from without are virtually powerless versus the ones that you manufacture yourself. And the sooner you can learn to not be misled by your own faulty impression of yourself. That's me. Most of those words are mine. I don't think he meant that. I don't know for sure. I'm not an Epictetus specialist. But yeah, you probably are doing more harm to yourself than anybody outside of yourself could ever possibly do. And keep that in mind, I think is what he was trying to say. You're probably doing harm to yourself. So keep that in your back pocket. Nobody can hurt you as much as you can hurt yourself, or as effectively, because you know all your own buttons to push. And if you're in a, I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, maybe it's not worth worrying about. So today's Monday. I've got meetings. I mentioned I have a meeting that starts here pretty soon. It's a meeting I set up with myself to make sure that I got my formal requirements lined up before I start my ablutions. I need to get in the car around 10:30 to drive down. I've got a meeting at noon, another meeting at 1 or 1:30, depending, and then another meeting at 2, and then another meeting at 4:30. That's racquetball. So I had to remind myself this morning that yes, there are things that I want to try to get done in general, but maybe today is not the day to try and shoehorn that kind of thing in there. Be present for what it is that I need to do and let the other stuff roll away or, wait patiently. This mug is from my grandkids, and you can see there's a chip. A spice container jumped out of the cupboard and chipped a chunk out of the mug. It's good stuff. All right, well, I guess the moral of the story today is that you probably are doing more harm to yourself than you believe. Let yourself be present in the moment and realize that there's there's reasons why things go the way they do, and you don't have to make it harder on yourself for any reason. And if once you're able to forgive yourself for some of the crazy nonsense, maybe maybe you'll start feeling a little better about things in general. All right, everybody. Love you. Bye.